What's going on, film fans? This is the Voice of Film channel. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about day 3 of CinemaCon. Disney held a 90-minute presentation that we're going to be talking about here. Not every single thing that was announced, just basically the highlights. We're going to go through an article here. We're kind of going to go through it together. So let's not waste any more time. This comes to us from the Hollywood Reporter. Disney debuts first look at David O. Russell's star-packed film Lightyear. So excited for. And Doctor Strange just coming in just a week. Took over the main stage CinemaCon Wednesday morning for a 90-minute session that delivered exclusive footage of upcoming films, including the anticipated 3D reveal of Avatar 2. Avatar 1 really caught everybody by surprise. That film just had legs forever. Highest grossing box office draw of all time till Endgame took over, and now Avatar's back, and all Disney's going to do is just do a little, tug of war for the foreseeable future. So we'll see how that goes. But I don't think anytime soon a film is going to come anywhere close that high in the 2 billions for sure. This film has a shot. It's got a lot going against it, box office wise. It's been so long since the sequel. The only thing that we can look forward to here is how James Cameron, you don't doubt James Cameron. If he's in the director's chair, you let him do James Cameron things. You let him go to work and trust him. Titanic, T2, Avatar. These are just 3 that are just phenomenal. Not only are they great movies, they excelled at the box office. They kind of advanced the genre. These Avatar sequels are going to be something. I'm hearing great things. Looks like here they also reported that the footage is going to show before Doctor Strange. It'll be tagged on for about a week or something like that, and then shortly after it'll be released online. So let's take a look here. Tony Chambers, Executive VP Theatrical Distribution, talked about how, the power of the movies, yada yada yada. I mean, a lot of great stuff in there. Movies are important, and unlike Warner Brothers' stupid day and date release last year, Disney knows what's up, even though they have made some stinker decision. This is something interesting that I couldn't wait to talk about. Marvel Studios' chief Kevin Feige delivered a polite warning of what was to come. Buckle up as we take you on a whistle-stop tour. Now, I want to go through this at length here because I think there's some things that we do need to talk about. The first stop of that tour was an exclusive sneak peek at Benedict Cumberbatch and Doctor Strange. And by the way, I think they showed like 20 minutes of that, by the way. A film that Chambers said has already earned $42 million in advanced ticket sales. Feige said he came directly from Marvel Studios. This is the thing I want to talk about. Feige said he came directly from Marvel Studios' first in-person creative retreat in 3 years. The event, he said, featured a giant board that takes us through, probably, creatives, executives, things like that. Featured a giant board that takes us through the next 10 years. We're now coming to the end of Feige's, current plan. The event, he said, featured a giant board, takes us through the next decade, and they are unique and special, and they are meant for your theaters. He teased major 3D offerings and said Ryan Coogler's working very hard, and he had an impossible task taking on the Black Panther sequel, especially with the unfortunate Chadwick Boseman passing. Wakanda Forever, I think, is something that's going to be special, and I think it's going to pay tribute to Chadwick Boseman. One of the things I want to talk about is this retreat. Even though there's not much into it, there is one thing I want to talk about. There has been rumors and kind of whispers of Kevin Feige being in a place where he's done it all, and the rumor was that he is wanting to find something new. A creative like Kevin Feige is always wanting to seek new challenges. He's the type of person to say, look, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. I want to do more. How can I challenge myself and my creativity and my brain? And how can I advance myself in my career? For Feige to switch jobs and go do something else, I'm not going to lie, I don't think anyone over there at Disney can do what Kevin Feige can do. There's only one Kevin Feige. But if he keeps challenging himself, we'll see these next several MCU projects. Now, it seems like ever since Endgame, it's kind of like the MCU kind of restarted itself, right? Look, this is the end of that story. This universe still exists. We're still telling stories in this universe. But what we're doing is we're kind of starting over, in the sense of he kind of left it kind of ambiguous with the whole, well, are the Avengers really a thing anymore? He was saying a couple months ago, and I call BS on that. I think he was just using semantics, but with the box office that the Avengers films, with all 4 of them, you can't tell me they're not going, yeah, you're making another Avengers film. I just don't see it not happening. So we are going to see Avengers. I don't think Kevin Feige's going anywhere. No one can just come out and just do. He would have to really, really train somebody. And I think he has. I do think he has some people set up for when he does leave, then somebody can take the reins and move forward. I don't think Feige's going anywhere. Not at this point. But this article goes on here. Disney previewed the 30 minutes of Pixar's Lightyear, which is set to open June 17th and is the first Pixar title to get a theatrical release since the start of the pandemic. Soul, Luca, and Turning Red debuted on Disney Plus, and all three of those films, by the way, I just adored all three of them. I thought they were fantastic. My daughter watches Turning Red just about every night. She loves that movie. And the stupid, idiotic decision to throw Pixar films out of all your catalog, out of all your crap, unless it's like high IP like Star Wars and The Mandalorian, or your Marvel MCU shows, WandaVision up to Moon Knight. The bad guys just come out and it make a whole lot of money. Animated family film. Turning Red could have done that, or maybe even doubled. But no. But anyway, that's a topic for a different time. Showed some footage of Lightyear. There was a little controversy going on there, but we'll talk about that here in a second. It says the movie opens with Buzz in his iconic spacesuit, along with his best friend and commander of the mission, Alicia Hawthorne, played by, I'm going to butcher this, Yuzo Aduba, leading the investigation of a distant planet with a sign of life. But the mission goes wrong and they are stranded. With an escape plan in the works, Buzz launches in a space shuttle-like craft and inadvertently time travels multiple times, seeing Alicia engaged, then starting a family with another woman on their mission. And just by describing this film, it sounds pretty deep. Now, Pixar has been known to give us family content, not children content, not things that are only appeal to children that parents can take to and take something from it. For a film to do that, Pixar just knows what they're doing. The same-sex relationship in Lightyear became a hot button topic earlier this year when it was revealed that the film would feature the company's first ever same gender feature animation kiss. Now, I'm not going to go into all that, but I'm just going to say I'm glad they kept it in. I think for them to move it just because somebody said, oh, you hurt my feelings, I think is kind of dumb. Put that out of the way. I'm glad it's back in the original way that it was intended, and we'll see where that goes. Now, this is one that kind of threw me in a loop and caught me by surprise in this. Russell's new film now has the title Amsterdam and was described from the stage as an original crime epic about three close friends who find themselves at the center of one of the most shocking secret plots in American history. The three friends are Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, and John David Washington, a doctor, nurse, and attorney who met in Belgium. They have a scene with Robert De Niro as he quizzes them on their respective backgrounds. A lot of this actually happened, promises the teaser that features period garb for the 1930s with a dancing sequence and another scene with Taylor Swift acting opposite Bale, Washington, and Chris Rock as the four stand over a casket with a dead white man in a box, says Rock. This is something that sounds really exciting for me. We'll have to see where this goes. I have no idea what we're in store for. There's a lot of people that are kind of excited about this, so we'll have to see where that goes. Closing up here on the article, it says that the session closed with the first exclusive teaser trailer for James Cameron's Avatar follow-up, which now has the title Avatar: The Way of Water. So there it is. We have an official title, The Way of Water. This is something, again, going back to what I said earlier, do not doubt James Cameron. James Cameron is one of those people you just do not doubt. This film, I think, is going to blow away expectations. I don't think it's going to be as big as Avatar 1. Again, without rehashing everything I said before, there's a lot going against it this time. We live in a world where we do have Avatar 1, but this is one that we kind of see it, we kind of get it. But who knows? James Cameron might throw out and kind of throw a curveball here and make us kind of be like, oh man. But let me know what you guys think. What other news that dropped that interests you? Drop your comments here below, and we will see you guys next time.